Hi guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how I make my coconut curry goat. This is a very tasty and delicious sauce, so if you're interested, keep watching. Here I've got some goat meat which I've washed. You can use any meat of your choice, and these are the rest of my ingredients. I'll be using some ginger, garlic cloves, fresh tomatoes, onions, coconut. I'll be using fresh coconut milk for this recipe, but if you want you can use canned coconut milk. And here I have some cloves, some seasoning cubes, bay leaves, nutmeg, paprika, curry powder, coconut oil, some salt, red bell pepper, fresh basil leaves, some Scotch bonnet peppers, fresh thyme. I'm using fresh ingredients for this recipe, guys. Some scallions, that's spring onion, some potatoes, and some carrots. So the first thing I'm going to do is to blend the cloves and set aside. Next, I'm going to cut all the vegetables into small pieces and add into my blender. The full list of ingredients I used in this video will be listed down in my description box below, so you can go and check that out. Now once I'm done adding everything into the blender, I'm going to add just a little bit of water to it to help with the blending process. Now I'm going to blend all this delicious goodness into a smooth paste, not really smooth but almost smooth. Over to the goat meat, I'm going to be adding 1.5 tablespoon of curry powder. Add 1 tablespoon of paprika, half tablespoon of nutmeg. Now add a teaspoon of the blended cloves. Add a teaspoon of salt and add some seasoning cubes. Now after adding everything, I'm going to pour in the blended mix. Mix everything together until they are well combined. Then I'm going to cover it and put it in my fridge to marinate for a couple of hours. Oh, don't forget your fresh thyme, guys. Just add it lastly before you cover it with a plastic film. And while that is marinating, you're going to prepare your coconut milk if you're using fresh coconut. I have a video on that. If you missed out on that video, click on the link in the description box below. And guys, you can even marinate the goat meat for overnight, because the longer it stays, the tastier it gets. So I just heated up some oil, some of the coconut oil. I threw in the bay leaves, let it get hot. So while the oil is getting hot, I'm going to drain some of the water from the marinated meat and set that aside. Don't pour it away because we are going to be using it later. So when the oil gets hot, I went ahead and poured in the goat meat. Now I let this to cook down a bit for about 5 minutes. After about 5 minutes, I added 1 clove of garlic and 1 diced onion. Added the remaining Scotch bonnet pepper with the 2 fresh tomatoes I showed you earlier. And now I just poured in the liquid I drained out from the marinated meat. Cover this pot and let it cook for 20 minutes. And while that is cooking, make sure you keep an eye on it so that it doesn't get burnt. Now after about 20 minutes, you will see that the liquid in the meat has almost dried up. Now we are going to pour in the coconut milk. I'm I'm going to taste it to see if I need to add any seasoning, and I needed to add only salt. And then I went ahead and added some salt, add the potatoes and the carrots. This is optional, you don't have to add it if you don't want. Now I'm going to let this cook until the goat meat tenderizes. Like guys, I don't really know how much time you need to cook this, but all I'm going to tell you is once your meat gets very soft and tender, that's when you know that your curry goat is cooked. So I saw that the sauce was getting thicker, then I went ahead and added a little bit of water to loosen it up. And then I finally garnished it with some of the spring onion, and that's it guys. You're going to let this simmer for 2 more minutes and your sauce is ready. I paired mine with some boiled white rice and some green peas, and here it is. Serve and enjoy while it is still hot. This tasted so delicious and so amazing. I want you guys to try this recipe and let me know what you think about it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.